India, in a short span of time, has introduced game changing products in the financial space, with the UPI payments ecosystem becoming a runaway success. After a period of being under pressure, the banking sector is doing well. RBI's data shows that scheduled commercial banks' gross NPA has fallen to a 7-year low. The demand for bank credit is back, and this is an early indicator of a revival of the investment cycle. Given this, what can the government do to boost the sector? What does the sector want from the budget? Business Lines Hamsini Karthik takes us through the banking sector wish list ahead of Budget 2023.
They're expected to be in three spaces. One, we saw the definition of ownership in banks getting reiterated by the RBI. We had this coming out earlier this week, which specified what are the norms for somebody up to 5%, up to 10%, redefining fit and proper, pretty much the way it was earlier. So that is one part of it that we can expect. The second thing, there is a drive towards adoption of IFRS. So is there going to be any change in the way income and assets are recognized? That is something, it's perhaps not a budget thing, but a little bit of commentary from the government on that we can watch out for. The other very important thing would be, last year we had this concept of DBUs being set up, which is digital banking units. We had about 70 odd DBUs being rolled out. We saw this huge campaign that happened last year. Banks say they found a little bit of success. It's still in the pilot version, but it's taken off quite well. And the effort of this government, which penetrates very well from into RBI and the way banks also look at, is that digital is the way forward. They're very committed to their digital initiatives. So are they going to hand out some SOPs, some sweeteners to banks and financial institutions, which deepen this whole digitalization theme? That is going to be something that a lot of people in the industry would watch out. And on that note, we have this very contentious issue around UPI as well. We've had the finance minister say that forever UPI will remain a free product from a customer perspective. But then people who are in the back-end loop of UPI say that they're not able to innovate so much, that the snag in payment and processing, etc., does come through because they've not been able to upgrade their systems. The current model doesn't allow the financial viability for them to sort of upgrade their models. And of course, there's a compensation structure. Money flows in from the government, but that's largely into the banks. There is a layer below banks as well who are into the system and possibly play a more dominant role. Those people often complain that they don't get the money that they ought to be. So is the government sort of relooking at the compensation structure, the whole fund that they have right now in place for UPI payments? The last part would be is that this was also a government which was very, very focused that India needs bigger banks and stronger banks, not too many banks. We've seen 2 rounds of consolidation happen. 2 years back, they touched upon privatization as well. So will any commentary on that front really come up in this budget? That we will watch out for. But at the same time, right now, we have a lot of other geopolitical and global, including the recessionary things to sort of factor in. So how is the government going to sort of look at the entire banking space? Would it go ahead and make some of the reformist steps that they have been up to until now with respect to banking laws, with respect to downsizing, or rather streamlining the number of banks and making them into a stronger basket? A word out on how IDBI is progressing with respect to privatization is something that people would want to watch out for, because EOIs are in, and we are told that the process is set to complete by September max to max of this year. So will it take back the agenda of privatizing two more banks, and consolidating even the insurance companies. These are largely the expectations.